Get on your grind, Shorty K.
I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it. See, it's diamonds in your soul, but you gotta dig a lot deeper. See, all of our minds been exposed, but I've been changing the frequency. Sending my prayers and affirmations, way past where them eagles be. What I learned in my returns is not all things you need to see. You gotta feel it, the negative talk, the negative thoughts, and you gotta kill it. I know that it's hard, and it leaves scars, and it ain't appealing, but you gotta heal it. There's lessons in every little layer, but you gotta peel it. Cause the best way to get some air is removing your ceiling. Look, trust me, I know cause I did it. Hit rock bottom, looked around like, damn, what the fuck I do with it? I remember the levels and picked up my shovel and I started digging and digging and digging until I got dizzy. And trust me, the spirit been busy. I'm back and I'm paid and I'm busy. So feel like I'm acting the way that you get it. This is for back in the day when they just shit it. I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it.
Yes, Zersky, peace, love, and light is the God, Lord Christopher, the living survival menu, and I'm back with another download straight from the cosmos. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always for finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process, the true keys to success. Hey, listen, man, we back with another episode of the See Your Greatness podcast. You feel me? It has been a very enlightening journey, not only for myself, but I know it's been enlightening for y'all. I know y'all been getting that education. I know that I'm invoking in something with inside you that's helping you and assisting you with sowing your gifts so that your ultimate desires impact oppressed spirits. That's what we do over here at SYG Studios. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for constantly tapping in with me as well, checking up on me, seeing how I'm doing on my daily so that I can consistently and constantly be prepared for you all as I take the time to, enlighten you on new things and new ways to invest in yourself. So, with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And we're going to hop right in to it. All right. The vibes here at SYG Studios are to motivate, educate, and enlighten our people to achieve greatness through seeking new ways to invest in themselves. Everything is high level, what we think, what we say, how we feel, and definitely how we act. But before we even get into the energy, take the time to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We love engagement over here and understand that a village pushes the trend, not just one individual. So the support is much appreciated. Also, take the time to visit the link. Visit the link to join the SYG community on all social platforms. All right. You can book one-on-one consultations to obtain personal guidance, resources. You can cop merchandise and also get updated through email and SMS text list on new episodes and content that is released. Our aim is to not only grow the brand, the legacy, but reach at least 500,000. Yes, I said 500K individuals who want me and are seeking the new knowledge to live a more abundant life. Now, with all the information being provided, I do want to set out a quick disclaimer. All right. Take the time to do your own research, family. It's very vital, man. My content is intended to be used for motivational purposes only. Always do your own analysis based on your own current circumstances. Now, all together, y'all already know we're going to inhale peace. We're going to exhale the rest. All right, so let's get busy. Inhale peace. Exhale growth. Now, see your greatness. Here's what we are learning and tapping into today. Today is episode 32 of the See Your Greatness podcast. Also, day 22 of 100 days of thought-provoking questions. And today I wanted to talk about, we're in the season of transition. First, let's start there. So we're in the season, or we're ending the season of harvesting, which is August, going into the season of making a transition into September. The past few days we talked about transitioning in your financial season, transitioning in your mental health season, transitioning in your physical season. You feel me? Now we're gonna, dive a little bit deeper into, how to discover where you are, who you are, and overall see where you're going in life so that you can, pretty much start the journey of becoming the best version of yourself, seeing your greatness, realizing that there is potential there, reprogramming your mind to, you know, educate yourself on things that are benefiting you rather than hindering your growth, right? So, what I wanted to do, I wanted to tap into a video by my guy. His name's Bob Proctor. Very intellectual guy, someone who over my journey and my path to enlightenment, who has helped me mentally understand and just think of life and situations from a different perspective, right? So he has a video. You can come watch it on YouTube. Do you know who you are, right? And in short, in just like brief summary, he just pretty much goes over discovering who you are so that you can be all that you can be, right? Like having the three the three bullet points of who you are, where you are, and where you are going. And he talks about, first discovering who you are so that you can start making the plans of moving towards your desires, moving towards all the things that not only God wants you to move in the direction of, but you yourself. What do you desire to obtain in your life? So we're going to go ahead and move over to Proctor Gallagher Institute on YouTube. Let me share my screen right here, and we're gonna hop into an interview that he was doing, where the TV host was, just asking about his success, the barriers that he may have faced on his journey to success, and why there were such barriers there, mentally, physically, spiritually, things of that nature. So once this gets pulled up, let's go here. Homie. All right, come on. Okay, I think it's coming. Computer moving mad slow.
You attended seminars and you said your reason there was to learn more about yourself.
Yeah.
My experience has been people attend seminars, especially self-development seminars, to look for the answer. They want to know what is out there I can learn so that I can be more successful. That wasn't your motivation?
No, oddly enough. And I think probably you're right. I think that's what most people are looking for. I think they're looking for an answer outside of themselves, and they're never going to find it.
Never.
I think by this time I realized it was something in me. I met a man here in Toronto. He was one that originally got me involved in studying this, Ray Stanford. And he told me if I didn't like the results I was getting in my life, that I was going to have to change me because there were my results.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, if you're going to change you, you're going to have to find out something about yourself. seemed to make sense.
Mhm.
I don't think it was an urge to me. So I started,
What do you mean?
that's
What
just
size?
but I'm not. Bob and Proctor are two words. My parents give them to me. They're called names, but it's not me. It's my name.
Facts.
Then somebody will say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body. Like, you never phone down here to the studio and say, body won't be in today. It's sick.
Okay.
You know, we don't say M hand or M leg. It's my hand, my leg, my body, my name. Who am I? Well, that's an interesting question.
Mhm.
And I believe if a person will start to study that and look for the answer, they'll find it. See, I think we live simultaneously on three planes of understanding. We're spiritual creatures, we have an intellect, and we live in physical bodies.
Okay.
But because we lack awareness or understanding of who we are, we're totally locked into a physical world. And we let things outside of us control us. 95% of the population are reacting to life. They're not really living at all.
Okay. And would you call that one of the barriers to success?
Oh, there's no question about it. I think there's two barriers. Success is a funny word. Nightingale had a great definition for it. He said, going, and they're progressively moving in that direction. He said that success was the progressively moving towards it. They're successful. Most people think that you're successful if you have a lot of money. Quite has a lot of money.
Okay.
But she's a pretty successful. Well, there's a couple of them.
Okay.
I think there's two barriers. One is our conditioning. The conditioning that takes place in our subconscious mind from the time we're infants. All is act and talk like the people around us. That's why we learn the language we learned. If there was 10 languages spoken in our home, we learned 10 languages without any trouble. There's usually one, and that's the only one we ever learn. We grow older and we think, oh, I couldn't learn another language. We could learn 100 if we wanted to. You can do anything. But I think we're conditioned. We have a real strong conditioning, usually with not some very good ideas. And then that's the barrier that's inside us. The one that's outside of us is our environment. We have a tendency to act like everybody around us. And if you think about this, it does make a lot of sense because of the way they want to live.
Right.
The richest continent in the history of the world, years.
Okay.
And they'll end up with
So there's not much.
5%.
Are you trying to depress us, Bob? Because that's,
No, actually, I think it's quite an exciting idea because you see, the idea behind it is that anybody can win, anyone at all. But if we start studying these statistics, I think we'll arrive at the conclusion, geez, I better start thinking for myself rather than follow everybody.
Right.
Most people, they get a job, they look around.
That's the main key right there, yo. Out of everything that he said, if I started thinking for myself and not follow everyone else, I'd be better off. That's what the top 1%, 3%, 5% do. They think critically for themselves and develop things for other people, control, follow. Right? That's the difference between an owner, a boss, and a worker, or an employee, an employer, and employee. You feel me? One knows, what their words, right? And then the other, all they know is following in directions of others' orders. Like, come on, man. I'm gonna let him keep talking though.
Everybody else is
Spitting
doing
them
their work, and they
gems.
start doing it the same way. They should stop and think, I wonder if any of these people know what they're doing. Is there a better way to do it?
but don't we have a need to fit in? I mean, we don't want to stand out. We don't want to get fired. We don't want to make waves.
Exactly. Just fall into line, take a number, be like everybody around. Now, that'd be great in the animal kingdom. But human beings aren't supposed to live that way. I think we should make a few waves. We should maybe stand out, be different. Not for the sake of being different.
Okay.
But because we are different.
Mm-hmm.
We all think different thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we should start to think and build images in our mind of what we'd like to do and then set out and do it.
Okay,
Emerson did that, Edison did that, Marconi did that, Samuel Morse did that, Buckminster Fully a few ways.
okay, you started to find out more about yourself.
And I started out wanting a lot of money. I figured if I had enough money, problems or money, and I seemed to have more problems. But I after working at this for a few years, I decided that the real answer is get to know yourself a little better.
Okay.
And I don't think you have to go up in the Himalayas and become a guru to.
Okay. What did you do to learn about yourself? You said you went around this many seminars.
I attended seminars. I went and listened to different speakers who taught something about the mind. I think the answer's in our mind if we'll start studying and trying to understand our mind.
Okay. Let me get back to you if I can.
Y'all heard that? Learn to study and understand your mind,
Now,
your thoughts.
I learned that the biggest part of me you'll never see is non-physical.
The biggest part of me you'll never see. It's non-physical. That's a gem right there. That's some wisdom for your vision right there. The biggest part of you will never truly see. Everybody's always you can't see physical thoughts, emotions. You feel what I'm saying? So that was a gem right there.
And what you see here in the physical body is nothing but the physical manifestation of the higher side of my personality. And of course, that's true with you. And Nancy is on the camera. It's true.
Everything that we see right here and right now in this physical realm is a physical manifestation of my higher side personality. Don't let that go over your head. Everything in the physical right now is a physical manifestation of my higher side's personality. So whenever I'm in my higher mind, that's what I produce in my physical. Whenever you're in your lower mind, that's whatever you'll produce in your physical. So if you're constantly thinking in the lower mind of poverty, you're going to think like a person that desires to live in poverty. But if you think in a higher side of your personality of luxury, richness, wealth, you'll start to live in that, whatever that looks like for you. Some people might look at it as having a whole bunch of money. Some people look at it as living on an island with nothing to worry about, growing their own veggies, fruits. It is. It's living on that higher side of your personality. Gems.
And what we have to study, I think, is how does this non-physical part of my mind work? What happens when I think? Where do thoughts come from? How was this chair built? Somebody had to think. Thoughts are everywhere. And we pull thoughts into our mind and we build pictures or images in our mind.
Okay.
What we want to understand is that's a non-physical side of ourselves that's doing that. If I can build an image of something in my mind, I'm quite capable of building a physical replica of it in my world. So if I build an image of me as a happy, relaxed person, I can live like that. If I build an image of myself as being prosperous, I can become prosperous.
So if we think rich, we will be rich.
Absolutely. We're already rich, just short of money.
Okay. Look.
And I'm gonna stop that right there. I'm gonna stop that right there. He said we're already rich, just short of money. It's all in your mind. It is all in what you say you are, how you feel, right? Are you allowing your feelings to lead you, or are you leading your feelings?
You gotta peel it. Cause the best way to get some
That's
air
the
is
question.
removing your ceiling. Look, trust me, I know cause I did it.
That's how you
Rock bottom,
discover
look around like, damn, what the
who
fuck
you
I do
are,
with it? I remember
right?
the
You
levels
have
and picked up my
to
shovel and I started
get what is. All right, where are you right now? At the beginning of your race, right? As we are getting ready and prepared and set for our race, analyze where you are right now. Whether or not you have advantages, disadvantages, resources, lack of resources, things of that nature. Once you've analyzed where you are, analyze who you are. Where do you come from? What type of morals do you stand on? What type of values do you have? Right? Who are you? It's more than your name. It's more than the block that you come from. It's more than the job that you work. Right? Who you are is what drives you, what desires you have, what you're passionate about. Like that's who you are. How you walk and treat others. That's who you are. What you think and feel and focus on a daily basis. That's who you are. Right? And then start moving in the direction of who you are. I would say move in the direction of who you are if you are working on improving yourself rather than staying comfortable in the same position. Like comfortable is a dangerous place, man. We're meant to create, we're meant to move. Nothing rests for real. Like even when we think we're sleeping and like you're not resting, your body's still breathing. Some people still have dreams. Like everything is constantly moving. You're constantly moving. So constantly move in the direction that is progressive and beneficial for you. It's time to get ready. It's time to get set, and it's time to go and move in the direction that helps you see your greatness on a daily basis, helps others around you see their greatness on a daily basis, and we start coming together as a community to help the whole see our greatness. You feel me? On a daily basis. We're in the season of transition. It's time to make a change. What type of change are you trying to make? What type of impact are you trying to have? Are you sowing your gifts so that your ultimate desires impact oppressed spirits? There are a lot of people that need us. Hell, you need you, right? Stop moving like we don't have an expiration date, people. It's all in your mind. Sort through it. Figure it out. All right? So that was the knowledge of the day. Now we're gonna move into some upgrades, some new upgrades. I actually was reading this article earlier. Hold on one second. It was an article on how to increase resiliency in kids through creativity. I'm a creative myself. Think critically and create. That will help provide you with just so much confidence. You'll build your self-esteem, and it'll help you deal with real life problems in this world. And lo and behold, this was a article that I seen. I'm actually sharing my screen again. This was an article that I seen that pretty much confirms what I was saying. So we're gonna go here, share. I'm gonna read this to y'all. So bam, Pete. So this is on Science Daily, by the way. I really rock with this website. They have a lot of different topics. But this is an article from a source out in Ohio State University. It was written August 22nd, right? And it was just again talking about how creativity increases a kid's resiliency, right? And it helps them cope with different problems. So we got train elementary school students how to be creative, and you can help increase their resilience in the face of real life problems new research suggests. Train elementary school students how to be creative. You can increase their resilience in the face of real life problems, new research suggests. In a small study, researchers trained third, fourth, and fifth graders to use literary techniques such as perspective shifting, counterfactual, what if, thinking, and casual why thinking to improve creativity and dealing with difficulties. The techniques help kids come up with new, creative, and practical ways to solve problems, said Angus Fletcher, lead author of the study and professor of English at the Ohio State University and member of the university's project narrative. There are concerns about the resiliency of American children in the wake of COVID-19, and this sense that many kids are having a hard time in school and in life, Fletcher said. Creativity training can help kids come up with a second plan when things aren't working out for them. That's very important. The study was published recently in the Journal of Creativity. Fletcher said the program used to help kids in this study was similar to one he and his colleagues used successfully with the U.S. Army, and which resulted in Fletcher receiving the Public Service Commendation Medal, the fourth highest public service decoration that the Army can bestow upon a civilian. The researchers did two separate studies involving students attending a summer camp in a Columbus suburb. In one study, 32 students were split into two groups. In the control condition, the children were told to identify a special quality about themselves. They were told this was their special power that could help them solve any problem. Listen to that, you know. In the creative condition, the students were told to think of a friend who did something special and think of them as their creative friend who could help them solve any problem. This type of creativity training is called perspective shifting, in which the kids look at a problem through the eyes of someone else. When you ask people to shift their perspective and imagine receiving advice from a friend, you get a lot more creative, effective solutions to problems than just trying to solve the problem yourself, Fletcher said. And that's what the study found. In one part of the study, teachers identified a problem that was challenging for their students. For example, not being able to go to a friend's birthday party because you're going to be out of town with your parents. Students also thought about a challenging problem in their own lives. Some problems that were mentioned included my brother has a communication disorder, my dad has to be away for 2 months, and my sister bullies me. Results showed that without the perspective shifting training, fewer than half of the students were able to provide a solution to the age typical problems, and almost none were able to provide a solution to their own problems. That's crazy. But 94% of those who were trained in perspective shifting provided a solution to both. Judges who were trained teachers also rated the children's solutions on creativity as assessed by how surprising or unique solutions were. With the intervention, the average creativity score was 6.44 out of 10. Moderate creativity compared to 3.05 low creativity for those who did not receive the perspective shifting intervention. Y'all can keep reading through this if you guys want. I just thought that was very, very interesting. You know, being a creative myself, always being into different things and utilizing my critical thinking skills. Even as a kid, I've always been resilient. It's helped me push and become, you know, the person that I am, trained in to think myself through problems and solutions. I always encourage kids to critically think. Even roles in my community nowadays, I'm always asking them thought-provoking questions. I'm always asking them, hey, what do you want to build? What is something that you want to invent? Like, that's very, very important. This is the next generation that is coming up. This is the next generation of politicians, lawyers, engineers, all around. You feel what I'm saying? Judges, however you want to look at it, whatever position that they will take. This is the next generation, and they need to be well equipped to be able to problem solve. You feel what I'm saying? Especially in real life situations. A lot of kids, as you see today, do not know how to respond instead of react in real life situations. Kids are dying younger and younger and younger because, we don't take the time to train our kids up to think from the eyes of the other person, not just from themselves. So yeah, man, y'all check that out. Science Daily. Want to increase resiliency in kids. Teach creativity. Now we're going to move on to the last segment of the night, man. TPQ, day 22 of thought-provoking questions. 100 days of thought-provoking questions where I would ask the 1%, how did they get to the position that they are in, how they stayed there, and how they can continue to teach others how to get in that position. Day 22, question 22. What are the key principles or values that guide your actions? What are the key principles or values that guide your actions? I told y'all a while ago, I wrote mine down, and I'm going to preach it till the wheels keep going. Integrity, honesty, innovation, right? Courage, wisdom, discipline, passion, happiness, accountability, and leadership. If it doesn't have at least 5 of those in it, you feel what I'm saying, then I ain't moving. I have to assess every single one of those. Does it allow me to lead? Do I see myself in a position that, I have to hold myself accountable? You feel what I'm saying? Like, am I happy? Am I passionate about this? Can I stay disciplined long enough within this to keep doing it? Right? Do I have a lot of wisdom in this? Courage. Am I being innovative? You feel what I'm saying? Am I being honest to myself and others about whatever I'm trying or attempting to do? And can I always hold my integrity? If I can't do any of those things, I'm not moving. I'm going to just say that. If I can't do at least 5 of those things, I'm not moving. So, day 22, 100 days of thought-provoking questions. What are the key principles or values that guide your actions? You feel me? So, yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed tonight. I feel like that was very insightful. It's time to get ready. It's time to get set, and it's time to go. It's time to transition and make a change in your life, mentally, financially, economically, socially, in your community, like in all areas, in all aspects. Discover who you are, discover where you are going, you feel what I'm saying, and progressively move in that direction. Like my guy Bob Proctor said, and the wisdom for your vision tonight, man. I'm gonna just say that what's the wisdom I have for y'all tonight? I'm gonna go with the one by my guy Nipsey, man. Would you rather be at peace with yourself and at war with the world, or at war with yourself and at peace with the world? And I would rather be at peace with myself, knowing what I'm trying to accomplish, knowing what I'm trying to do, understanding that I'm moving in love, peace, and a sound mind. I am creating for myself. I'm thinking for myself. I'm building for not only myself, but those who I love, those who I appreciate, those who love me, those who appreciate me. And that's just key, man. That's the key to me seeing my greatness every single day. I don't move just for me. I move for me in certain aspects, in certain desires that I have and things that I want to accomplish and see and create. And, I just, again, want to educate and push others to be creators as well. In any way, shape, and form, you know how to create, do it, man. That's what we're supposed to do. All right, so I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Continue to tap the link. Continue to, just tap in with the brand as we build our legacy. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process. The truest keys to success. Yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all. If y'all need to tap in with me, don't want to start doing videos or interviews rather with individuals who want to come up and educate as well. You know, I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who thinks high level. I'm not the only one who wants to build a high level community or a high level community of high level thinkers and creators. You know, teachers, entrepreneurs, all that. I'm looking for those who want to come up and, you know, just teach. So I love y'all again. I appreciate y'all. And we out, man. Yes, Zersky.